Good morning, guys. Welcome to Trade Confident. By the way, for those of you guys who have been following me, the baby has not come yet. We are still waiting. So if I end up disappearing for 1 or 2 days in the videos, it's because we are in the hospital and we are delivering our baby. So I am not going anywhere, I promise. Metrics will still update every single morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But that's where I'm at, and I'll be back as soon as possible once we deliver our baby. Be on in the videos in the morning. Probably only 2 days max you guys will see me gone. But that's where I'm at. If you don't see me, I didn't leave YouTube. Okay, let's get into this. A lot of emotional things happening this weekend. Some things are positive. Some things are negative. Let's take a look at an unbiased look at the market right now. I'm going to be going through and showing you guys what is happening on YouTube, some things that people are calling. Guys, the market is very, people are split right now. I see people calling like this could be one of the biggest drops we've ever seen coming up. This is going to be terrible for people taking long trades right now. Short trades are the best. I see other people saying 700,000 for Bitcoin soon. Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. It's like so many people are torn right now of which way this thing's going to go. So I want us to take an unbiased look with the metrics here to help us kind of gauge what could possibly be happening, okay? Real quick recovery recap. How about we do a recap of the long trade? So you guys who got in here ended up getting in at 38,037.83. This was using the metrics over at tradeconfident.io. Now everybody pause real quick. This is brand new. I ended up recording a video just yesterday. You guys need to watch this in here. I changed the strategy a little bit. It is more favorable for us and it has better risk management. It's not very complicated. Basically, you're looking at the white line where that shows up at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's coming up here in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Where you guys see the white line, the first 4 yellow lines below the white line are the 4 buy limits. All of these charts, guys, literally every single chart is going to be updated this morning and it has far better risk management. So if you guys want to get into some of the best long trades, which I will be using the exact same metrics, if you want to get into some of the best long trades, you guys need to be over here. You guys know this already. The membership is $49 a month. You get access to every single metric on the site that I'll be going over today for all the top coins, as well as all of the live trading for all these coins. We have not lost a trade yet on this channel. I have obviously not lost any trades yet because you guys have seen the entire account balance. You've seen all my withdrawals on here. I am using exactly and only these metrics over at tradeconfident.io to end up making all these withdrawals, okay? So obviously I haven't taken a loss yet because the account's never even gone below 10,000 on every single withdrawal. Okay, I wanted to point that out because what you guys are going to see today when these update, you're going to see a lot of these lines removed. And let me explain this real quick because I'll go over Bitcoin, but this is so important you guys understand this. As price structure moves higher and we get into long trades, we must have our buy limits. That if you have $1,000, this is what you do. You split whatever amount you want to trade into 4 sections. Those 4 sections go into buy limits. And then I also teach you guys how to go into market orders if you want at any moment, so you guys can take advantage of price pumps like Dogecoin, if you guys did a market order on that, okay? So make sure you watch that because we need to spread these out far more in here. I was going over a strategy this weekend. I was doing some calculations. I'm like, oh my gosh, here it is. We're about to make some more money and I'm excited about it. So make sure you guys look at the trade updates 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. Okay, let's go over to BTC. You guys ended up winning this trade. If you guys ended up using 5x leverage, you did about 60%. The total win if without leverage, just straight cash, was about 12.29%. If you use 10x leverage, you did about 120% profit on this trade here. I did end up calling an exit of 8% for 50%. So depending on how much you guys exited in here, you're looking, around 120% if you guys end up doing 10x, 60 and then 12.29. Let's get these off the chart because we are done with that trade. Let me point this out, guys. Not everybody should be using leverage. I report leverage on this channel because I have clients who are using leverage in those amounts. Some of you guys are using even more, and I want to keep everything transparent because you guys are you're accounting on me for updates. Okay, so great job. Let's transition over to this. This is a short trade that has been called out here, and this started at 42,775. This has been moved up here for the second limit. You guys will see this is updated on the charts this morning at 8 a.m. This is up to 47,743.18 cents. That is the second limit. So if this gets hit, what's going to happen is your break-even entry is actually going to move to the middle here, probably around 45,235, very close to that area, okay? So I still do believe this is a very good short trade. Now let's go over the metrics and indicators here and take a prediction of where we could possibly see this going. Guys, divergence for indicators, the price versus the well money flow, is the strongest indicator as well as the trend exhaustion, in my opinion, for calling the tops and the bottoms. I've coded TradingView indicators literally for a living for TradingView customers. I have seen every type of indicator you can think of. I have coded some ridiculous indicators out there. I have come down to these two, and it's why you guys see me on this channel only using these three. The trend dashboard is going to give me everything I need to tell me what retail traders are doing, of what the RSI is doing. Is it bullish or is it bearish? It tells me what the moving averages are doing. A lot of people trade with this. This tells me a lot of retail traders are just putting money in and they're dumping money in because they see the movement going up. They are trading with the trend, and they know the trend is their friend, and they're putting money into the market, okay? But the metrics are showing otherwise. And once you guys see the metrics in here, maybe this will give you a little bit more confidence that, maybe this might not head up as far as we think. Now, obviously, everything can keep heading up, but I do believe this has a higher chance of still moving down and seeing a better higher low. There is divergence on the price versus the well money flow. Money flow is moving out of the market. Mark these words again, guys. Listen to me carefully. Money right now is moving out of the market and the price is pushing higher. This is never a positive sign for the price to keep going up. And I'm going to prove it to you on multiple screenshots here. All right. The trend exhaustion. When we see divergence in the market here, this is also a place where we can see a move back down. Is this a pump up to get traders on the wrong side of the market starting on Monday and Tuesday, and then we see a massive drop? That is possible. Okay, let's go over to the metrics here. These are going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to pose a question to you guys if you've made it this far in the video. I was thinking about this last night. Let's take a step back. Let me just pause with me for a second. When you guys look at trading, what are you, honest to God, what are you using to help call your entries? There's only 5 areas, I believe. There's news articles, there's fundamentals, there's technical analysis, there's on-chain metrics like we're using here, and then there's influencers like Elon Musk and such. That's the only 5 sources you guys are able to pull from. Now, influencers can tweet whenever they want, and I don't believe they're the most reliable. I think most people on this channel would agree with me. News articles can be manipulated very well. I worked at an SEO business, and I actually ranked articles on the first page of Google. It's not that difficult. You can do that in a matter of 3 to 4 months. Even better if you're using targeted keywords and you're actually paying for Google PPC, okay? News articles can be manipulated. I strongly believe, guys, out of 3,000 hours of trading and working with thousands of traders and working with hedge funds, the strongest thing we have in all of the market to help call the tops and the bottoms, to help us profitably trade, is metrics and indicators. Why? Because metrics use on-chain volume. They also use price action. They use blockchain transactions, and they use technical analysis. Technical analysis and metrics are the 2 things that I think are the hardest to manipulate because it has already happened, and you can't take back past trades that have already happened, which creates structure. So I really do believe with these metrics, we are using the best tools possible in our favor to call these moves up and these moves down. Okay, follow with me here because I want to make another point in this video, okay? We saw this push up into greedy and extended, and yes, we ended up seeing a drop here. In the past, when we pushed up into greedy, we saw another drop. We got very close up here, and we did see a corresponding drop. We saw a corresponding drop here, maybe a little bit of an overextension, and a very nice drop. We saw this drop here, we saw this drop here. So we saw 1 drop, 2 drops, 3, 4, 5 here, and then we can call this, we'll call this 6 because we definitely saw a drop in excited and greedy. 6. I'm not going to count this as too close to neutral. We'll call this 7, and we end up seeing a drop here. So let's call this 7 out of 7. Let's just say some of you guys are like, hey, Travis, I don't like this one here because I didn't think we dropped enough. Okay, I totally understand. We'll call it, 6 out of 7. So let's just do some simple math on here. Please understand this, guys. This will totally make sense if you guys get this correctly. So what we're looking at is a metric in here that has been right 85.7% of the time. Let's just round this down and call this 80%. You guys and me included in this statement, we need to be okay with our indicators, with our metrics, and this does not matter if you're looking at Glassnode, it doesn't matter if you're looking at CryptoQuant, it doesn't matter if you're looking at Santiment, it doesn't matter if you're following the biggest whales in the industry, it does not matter. You need to be prepared for all of your tools to fail at minimum 20 to 25% of the time. I want to just say that again. You need to be prepared, and I'm putting myself in with this because it would be arrogant for me not to do so. You guys need to be prepared for all the metrics that you ever follow online, all of the news articles, probably way more than 20% for news articles, but all the metrics, all the data, all the indicators, you need to be prepared for them to lose 20 to 25% of the time just flat out. It's actually very normal. I do believe we are trading with metrics that are about 75 to 80% accurate. And that's not just me saying it. Come in here and look for yourself to see how this has predicted drops in the past. Like, it has been very, very accurate in here. So at the end of the day, I am going to keep calling out moves that I believe have been 80% accurate. Now, if I stay consistent that way, I will make you guys a ton of money on this channel. We have not lost a single trade yet because we are using metrics that are so accurate. But there are going to be times, guys, that I'm already accepting, and you guys must accept in all your trading journeys from years on out, that about 20 to 25% of the time, there are just going to be things you cannot explain, and things are going to fail miserably, okay? That is why we use really good risk management. Let's move down here. I told you guys I was going to show you this and more snapshots of this. Long versus short trades on Bitcoin, guys. This is not a bullish sign. This doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. When you guys have price structure moving down, while long trades are moving into the market, this mathematically cannot keep going down. Like, you can't have people continually buying while the price is moving down without seeing a pump in the market. Well, all we have right now is people continually buying this move up, and the actual real on-chain volume. On-chain volume is just on-chain's a fancy word to say blockchain transactions is what that is. Okay, what we're seeing in here on the blockchain transactions on exchanges is that it is longs are flowing out. Longs are dropping out of the market while price structure is trying to push high, and we are actually seeing the short trades creep up a little bit right here on BTC. Ethereum short trades are moving up very fast, and I will cover that today. So if we are going to be absolutely unbiased about this, I'm going to give you guys more proof. Take a look at this. Last time this started heading up, take a look at this price structure. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're going to an all-time high. Look at the money flow. The money is flowing directly out of the market during this move, and we saw one of the biggest, and I would arguably say this was the biggest crash of this entire year. But I've got people in here saying like, no, this is going to keep going to the moon. You know, we've got people, I was actually watching this. We've got people over here saying, 700,000 confirmed to the moon for Bitcoin. BitBoy out here having his price prediction. And then we've got people on YouTube over here saying this is the biggest crash we could see all year. It's going to be worse than 2008. Kathy Wood of ARK Investment out here, which I believe is actually pretty smart in her craft of what she does. One of the smarter ones, I would say. She's looking at a crash, an 85% crash coming soon. These people Final Stand, who's the biggest Dogecoin YouTuber out there right now, is also calling a drop for Bitcoin. He believes it's overextended. Like, a lot of us are believing this, and some people could be taking the worst long trade of their lives right now on Bitcoin. Although, to stay unbiased here, they could be taking a good one and it could be moving up. But are you going to follow metrics that have been right 75 to 80% of the time? Or are you guys going to use emotions that don't have calculated risk already involved? Because it's hard to actually calculate how right they've been in the past, okay? Take a look at this. Long versus short trade risk. These metrics are showing us that historically, when we push up into this good short trade section, these are great places to look for shorts in the market. Like, shorts in the market, short in the market, short in the market, okay? This is what we're seeing again over here. Now, if you're looking for good long trades and you're waiting for a great long trade setup, like, look at this, like, nice moves up. We see nothing. This is trying to move up, try to move up, try to move up. This makes sense. We saw a pump right after this. We saw a pump right after this. Like, these metrics are going to hold true so many times. Follow me here, and I'm going to end this video very soon after this because we're going to wrap this up. I think you guys have enough in here. And if you take anything away from this video, it's that, guys, you need to be prepared. Now, I'm going to take myself out of this. Forget trade confident for a moment. You guys need to be prepared for all of your indicators, your tools, your metrics, all of your research to fail completely 20 to 25% of the time. I do believe what we have over here are some of the greatest metrics to call these tops and the bottoms. Let me prove this to you again and why I believe this is accurate. Short trade sentiment is taking over for well and institutional smart money. This historically, when we've seen over here, has been a place where we have to drop. There's too much pressure in the market. It can't keep going up. We have to see a drop in here. Okay, previously, let's see if we can prove this again. We saw a drop in the market here. We saw these, sentiments moving up. This got so choppy because every single time we saw a print down on the well and the smart money here, we saw a drop in the market. We saw a drop in the market. We saw a drop in the market. Let's go in the past. We saw printing down here of this metric. We saw a drop. We saw print in this metric down here. We saw a drop. Here, we saw this drop. We got a really big move down here, and this started printing very down low here at the metric value of 700, negative 700, and we saw one of the biggest drops of the year. Previously, before that, we ended up seeing some consolidation and a drop, and then we started seeing this big drop in here. So I'm like, if we're going to call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, follow me, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to bunch this together and call this 8, although you could argue maybe 9, 10. So 8, 9, could we be seeing the 10th out of 10 call on this indicator to see a move down? Like, I'm telling you guys, we are using the best metrics possible. I coded TradingView indicators for a living. I know how indicators work. I know how on-chain metrics work. I've compared our stuff to theirs, and I believe we are set up for the best success possible. I do believe that. I'm trying not to be like, I don't want this to come across arrogant, but I want you guys to just simply unbiasedly look in the past with me and say, okay, wow, this has actually been very accurate. Now, let me call this out. As far as how low Bitcoin can drop, here are my predictions. If we start dropping really fast, obviously 42,885 is the first place that we could drop to. It's very clear. Everyone can call this. It's simply just a structure low on the chart. It's basically a structure high if you're looking over here. Now we're coming down to previous support. All right, so this is the first place where I expect this to drop down to. Now, after that, the next catch point is down here at 37,909, which puts us right here, okay, 37,909. If you guys, sorry, let me pull this back over. 909. This is this point. I do believe you guys need to be watching this right here very strongly over the next few days. This move right here. If this can actually be broken to the downside, I think this will be a fast crash to the bottom ascending support line, which could be putting us somewhere around the $40,000 mark. If that happens, everybody in the short trade is going to be very, very happy because you're going to make some very good money on this, okay? This has been moved up. Make sure you guys have 4 buy limits in your exchange if you're following my strategy. This was not a market order call. Guys, be clear of that. Every single trade we take, we parse it out into 4 equal sections. Make sure you're watching that, okay? Let's end this video right here in a couple seconds. Dollar cost average, everybody who ended up just coming in and throwing money in at the green lines, you guys are doing incredible right now in the market. You guys are all in very good profit. If you guys want to take some profit here, that's great. Everyone who just bought in very low for Bitcoin down here, you guys can hold for 5 to 10 years. Congratulations, you've made a ridiculous amount of money following this one single metric. Those of you guys looking at exit points, I want to point this out. We are seeing an accumulation again of this red. Once we saw this, we could not keep heading up. We had to start dropping back down. We've seen this in the past where this has come out and we've seen drops in the price. Drop in the price, drops in the price, okay? Even this big drop over here. So this is also giving us a heads up that we could be seeing another drop for BTC. All right, so that is a full recap of today. If anything you guys take out of this, take this out. Understand that myself and every single YouTuber, all of us, those of us who are trying to call these markets and these tops and the bottoms, you need to be prepared. It is wisdom to be prepared for these things to go haywire and not even work about 20 to 25% of the time. But I honestly believe, guys, the reason why we haven't lost a single trade on this entire channel and the reason why you guys have only seen me take withdrawals in here in the positive, and I've never taken withdrawal in the negative here, I've only ever won all the trades I've called, is because we are using some of the best metrics in the industry, and they are right about 75 to 80% of the time. This in your pocket for trading for the months to come, I believe is literally one of the best investments you will ever make for crypto, okay? Come in here and look for yourself. You guys get the metrics for all these coins, and make sure you guys are checking the trades that are going to come out at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because they're going to be very good trades. I'm telling you, I mocked them up last night by hand. I spent tedious time on it. I myself will be using all the entries for Ethereum and ADA, so make sure you guys watch that. God bless you guys so much. And I will see you guys on the next video. Let me know if you have any questions. You can email me, btradeconfident@gmail.com. Get that membership over there. The indicators are going up September 1st. If you want the price first, the well money flow, or the trend exhaustion, or the trend dashboard, you guys know where to find it. It's in the description for 60% off. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will keep you updated this week about what's going on with Bitcoin and other coins. Good luck, guys. We'll see you. Bye-bye.